I need to build a brand new production truck from scratch. So I went to YouTube and I asked you guys, would you want to see a series on this? And the overwhelming majority of you said, let's do it. So here we are, the kickoff video. Let's build a video production trailer from scratch. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is Ryan Corcoran, Broadcast Buddy TV, the all-around go-to channel for all things broadcast television. And on this channel, it is our goal to equip you with the tips, tricks, and know-hows to help make you a better broadcaster. So, with that being said, let's get started. And short disclaimer, yes, we have to build a video production truck for this football season of this year. But this isn't something that we've just decided to do. This was something that we started last January of this year, I should say, 2022. And that's when we made the decision and started ordering gear, which I'm really glad we did because this whole global distribution issue has affected everybody hard to the point where we are still waiting for gear that we ordered in January, end of February, beginning of February. I forget. It's been insane. As a matter of fact, our cameras aren't even here yet. And we're like a month and a half away from the first football game. So hopefully that stuff will show up in the next couple weeks, fingers crossed. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very, very challenging season. But in any case, like I said, this is something that we've been planning since the beginning of the year. So the trailer itself was just delivered about a week ago. It was built from scratch and there is nothing inside. So of course that's gonna be part of this, is building the inside of it and then getting the racks put in and all the gear wired, tested, and running for this season. Now, I have some really cool ideas that I want to implement into this, and I'm going to take some inspiration from a lot of the stuff that I did in the previous build for the other trailer, and of course the original unit that we have that's in the van in the trailer. So a lot of experience I'm going to draw from that, and I'm going to try a few different things this time around, and I'm really excited to take you guys along on that journey. So without further ado, let's go out and take a look at the trailer and continue this series. Well guys, here it is. 28-foot car-made trailer with a pointed nose. As you can see, we got 2 doors on the side, and we actually have 2 doors on the nose. Now, that may seem a little unusual, but I promise it'll make a little bit more sense when we start going over to the designs and kind of how I wanted to do this one a little bit differently. You'll also notice that there's going to be 2 doors on the back, open up in a barn door configuration as opposed to the previous trailer, which had opened up in a standard liftgate type scenario. So this is it. This is it in all of its glory. It was custom built. This one in particular we did do as a deck over, so you'll notice from the previous trailer this one is much higher off the ground. And the reason we did that was because navigating some of these small towns for football turned out to be kind of hazardous. Needless to say, this will make it a little easier for us to get over some of the small curbs and tight turns and things like that. So I got a lot of cool ideas, maybe even put some storage underneath near the wheels. I don't know yet. That stuff is to be determined. But with that being said, let's go take a look inside an empty trailer. Okay, so as you can see, this is the inside, very echoey. Brand new trailer, not a whole lot to see. But what I did want to show you is this. So I'll put it up on the screen in a little bit more detail, but this was essentially the blueprint. And the first thing we did, just the other day actually, was kind of taking this and putting some tape down, just to kind of visually see exactly where everything's going to be going structurally, make sure we didn't have to push anything a couple inches this way, a couple inches that way, just get a much better feel for how everything is going to sit in here once it's all said and done with. And this is always a good step, even if you do have everything like down to the exact measurements in your diagrams. It's always good to map it out again and just walk through it, see if it feels right, see if you need to give any more space. That's why the chairs in here, we wanted to make sure there was enough knee room underneath the tables, but we did base it a lot off of what we did in the previous trailer as far as spacing and design. But this is a 28-foot trailer. The other one is 24. And with that extra space, we also have added a whole nother desk in here, a whole nother position. And the reason for that is my ultimate goal with this trailer is I want it to be ESPN ready. And there's a lot of productions that ESPN just won't do or won't book you for unless you have like the minimum of 8 cameras, 2 replay positions, and things like that. So we're starting off with 5 cameras, just like all the other units. And this one is going to be built to kind of grow into. I ultimately want to put at least 8 cameras in this one. Again, 2 replay positions, possibly 2 CG positions, and things like that. But as far as how we're actually looking at laying all this out, from the diagram, you can see that the director and producer and TD position are actually going to be at the tail end of the trailer, very similar to how the other one was. Now, because this one is going to be essentially from scratch, not that the other one wasn't, but we had the fly pack that we were working around, it gives me a little bit more freedom to decide where I'm going to put the equipment racks, which is actually going to be at the nose of the trailer. And in the next video, I'll show you a little bit more design-wise what I'm thinking of how that's all going to look and everything. Man, it's hot in here. Sweaty. Speaking of which, there are AC units already installed on this. Same as the other one, they kind of came, we ordered them installed. But when we put the ceiling in, we're going to remove the top ducts or the duct distribution panels and put in our own duct work to distribute the air evenly and things like that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to get construction started, which will be this week. Of course, I say it as always, our master craftsman, Jonathan, is going to come in and he's going to do his thing. He's going to check out the blueprints and get the ceiling put in, the floor put in, the desks put in, and then we'll go and order countertop and we'll get the racks put together, which are going to be custom racks at this point. We'll see how it goes. But in any case, yeah, I'm just super excited to be doing this series and taking you guys along for the ride. So let's check back with past Ryan. And there you go. Now, not as detailed as I'm sure you probably were hoping for, but again, this is the first video. This is a kickoff to this series. There's still a lot we got to do and not much to update you on right now. But what I do want to update you on is how things have been going here around the office and everything. Obviously, it has been insanely busy trying to put all this stuff together, and getting a couple jobs here throughout the summer has been obviously overwhelming. But in my own life, it's been crazy because 2 months ago, I had a baby, my first. So it has been wild, to say the least, and trying to balance baby time and making video time and work time has been absolutely insane. So I'm really glad we're kind of doing this series because this will be a nice, easy way for me to get good content out to you guys in kind of a behind the scenes, off the cuff kind of way, and help, sustain before I start getting back to some of my really critical educational videos. So I have a ton of ideas and I still want to do all of it. Thank you guys so much for all your support in all of this, for sticking around, subscribing, and of course, hitting that bell. So with that being said, we'll catch you right here next time on Broadcast Buddy TV.